Hey, this is Gary from Propane, and you're listening to Fear Shop Metal Podcast.
The FearShop.com Metal Podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the latest episode of the FearShop.com Metal Podcast. With you as always is Mike. I had the pleasure of interviewing Gary Meskil, founder, bass player, lead vocalist for Propane. So just wanted to hop right into that interview and check the show notes to get some links to find out more about about Propane and where you can get their stuff. The FearShop.com Podcast is brought to you by FearShop.com. The store where horror meets metal, your online home for all of your favorite licensed horror movie shirts and all of your favorite licensed metal band concert tees. So for the best selections of hundreds of bands and thousands of shirts with everything always in stock and ready to ship, visit www.fearshop.com.
Cool, man. How you been?
Pretty good. Just enjoying a new album, you know.
Cool, thanks, man.
Good time.
I'm just boxing up some CDs here, getting ready for the road.
Yeah, getting there, huh?
Boxing up some Absolute Powers and drinking some Michelob Ultra.
There you go.
Yep.
That's one way to get ready for the tour, right?
Yeah, well, it's Friday,
I hear you. It's Friday somewhere anyway, right?
yeah, that's right. Sounds like a song.
Yeah,
you know?
There you go. You can give me some writing credits on the next album for that one, all right?
I will. Let me write that down. Okay.
All right. So for people who might be new to Propane, you want to give them a little rundown of the band?
Yeah, Propane is a hardcore metal band. We started it back in the year 1992. To date, we have released 12 studio albums along with the cover album, so I guess you can call it 13 studio releases, technically speaking. We played over 3,000 concerts in over 40 countries throughout our career, and we just came out with a brand new album called Absolute Power. It's released in the United States on Regain Records, and we're just getting ready to go on tour in Europe.
Yeah, you're doing the Europe run, right? You have I guess it shouldn't be surprising, because you already said you've done 3,000 shows. I mean, you got it has to have been 40 shows in a month and a half, right?
Yeah, we've been busy since the release. The record came out first in Europe, and it's been out there for a few months. So as soon as it came out, we were already on the road, and we've been supporting this album just about nonstop since its release. Unfortunately, it was released here a little bit late, so we couldn't book a U.S. tour until we found out exactly what the release date was. And of course, we needed about 3 months lead-up time for promotional purposes to get some plans going for a U.S. tour. So I would imagine that a U.S. tour won't happen until at least late January or February.
Yeah, it should be fun. So with the new album, Absolute Power, it seems like more of a crossover album. Was that intentional, or?
Well, I guess it gives the appearance of it being more of a crossover album because there were some newer influences added to the sound, particularly from Ricky Halverson, our new drummer, who sort of brought his own style into the band, which I think is a great thing. I mean, he's a big fan of extreme music and even music that's a bit more extreme to what we would generally listen to, or the rest of the members, I should say. And so there are some death metal influences, there's some darker influences on this album, so I think it rounds everything out a little bit more, and it gives us sort of a fresh edge, which is cool, and it's one of the things of importance these days for a band that's 20 years in the making, is to try to keep everything sounding fresh and relevant, and I think this album does just that.
And you worked with an outside producer on this one, right?
Yeah, we worked with V.O. Pulver from the Swiss band Gerd, and he does a lot of production in his studio. He's He's done all of the latest Destruction albums.